Welcome to the video for 7.EE.4 A and B. This is inequalities. This is goal number 2, video number 1. In this video, we are going to be writing and inequalities and finding truth of inequalities. And this might seem a little weird, finding truth of a math problem, pretty much you need to find out whether or not whoever wrote the math problem is correct in their writing of it. So let's go through and first of all discover what inequalities are. It might just take a little bit of a refresher and you'll remember exactly what we're talking about. So inequalities are essentially statements that are telling something that is not equal to or more than or less than, that sort of thing, and playing around with those ideas. So first things first, let's understand how to write them and what each of them mean. So the first one that we're looking at is we have a less than sign. And so when we are writing inequalities, we'll be given situations where we're saying something is less than something else. So maybe this book that I'm about to buy costs less than the TV that I'd rather have. So we could write an inequality statement comparing the book price to the TV. So less than or fewer than are key words that we're going to be focusing on. We also have a greater than symbol, which also could be key words and phrases that are used with greater than symbols are is greater than, is more than, and exceeds. This exceeds one is a good one. The next symbol that we are looking at is the less than or equal to, and equal to is shown with that little line underneath. And you will either see statements that are is less than or equal to. You'll also see statements like no more than and is at most. So something will not exceed a certain barrier. You could potentially say Miss Beardsley is at most 62 inches tall. That means I am not going to be, based on your assumption, any taller than 62 inches, but I could be 62 inches. By the way, I'm only 61 and a half. So that statement is totally true. The next one is the greater than or equal to, and you can see that there is a little line underneath showing the quality of it. So it could be equal to a statement, but no more than, but it could be more than that. So key phrases are greater than or equal to, no less than, or at least. So those are some of our key phrases. Let's now make a couple of inequalities. That's what we're going to be doing for the first part of this section. So the DVD costs more than $15. So we could write D is more than, so it's more than $15. So the DVD could cost $16, it could cost $72, who knows, that could be an expensive little DVD. But D is greater than 15 would be the way we could write that. So the DVD is my variable. More than, we've changed it to an inequality and we've added the number. Let's now do another one. A dog weighs less than 50 pounds. So here's my important statement. I see less than, so I need to make the less than sign. And I see 50 pounds, and the dog weighs that. So I'm going to write W standing for the dog's weight. W is less than 50. So this is kind of a small dog. Think Border Collie. It is less than 50 pounds. So that's simple enough. Now, we need to also do things like determining truth. So we need to figure out if this inequality is true for the given amount of the variable. So we have 2 times t plus 8 is greater than 7. So let's see if this statement is true. So if we had t is equal to -2, essentially what you can be doing is you can put that information in for t. We're substituting that information in. So we have 2 times -1 plus 8 is greater than 7. So now we can do the math work. 2 times -1 is -2. Plus 8 is greater than 7. And we can do the final math work. -2 plus 8 is 6. And is that greater than 7? Is this a true statement? Is 6 greater than 7? Nope. So this is a false. Oops, I also spelled it wrong. This is a false statement. 6 is not greater than 7. Another way that you can look at these inequalities to try to figure out which one is which is if you want to be able to say that we all, in the United States, we like bigger is better. We always say that. So this little open mouth thing needs to be open towards the thing that is bigger. We always look for the things that's bigger. So that open mouth, that Pac-Man, wants to eat the bigger thing. Is Pac-Man eating the bigger thing if it goes for the 6 versus the 7? Nope. Pac-Man is still hungry after he eats the 6, so he'd probably turn around and go eat the 7. Pac-Man's a greedy man. All right, so let's go on to the next one. We have p minus 42 is less than or equal to negative 2. So I say less than or equal to because that back side is smaller than the front side, so it's closed versus open. So I'd say less than because it's smaller on that side. For p is equal to 40. So we need to put this p is equal to 40 into our initial equation. So let's put 40 in for p, subtract 42 from it, and see if that's less than negative 2. Less than or equal to negative 2. So if we do the math, 40 minus 42, that is negative 2, and that is that less than or equal to negative 2? Well, negative 2 is equal to negative 2, so yes, this statement is true because we have the less than or equal to sign in there. If this was just a less than sign, negative 2 is not less than negative 2, so no, that wouldn't work. But this is a less than or equal to, so this works. Begin your homework on begin your classwork on page 237, and you will be all set for this standard. Thanks.